Welcome back to day two of me playing chess every day. Uh, Today, I'm continuing my series of recording myself playing a game and document my progress of with chess. A little background. Day one, I ended off as 299 elo, um, and my last game of yesterday ended in a stalemate. Today, I did first day. I focused on puzzles and videos. I did 40 minutes of puzzles and watch the videos. Currently, my weaknesses is really finding checkmates and just learning how to play. Um, I This is the last game I played. I ended up as white, and usually as white, I try to stick with the London system. I feel like it's pretty easy to memorize. However, at low of the elo, people quickly play um, other variations. So yeah, we're just gonna cover video one. It was a live reaction of me playing, and today we're just going to recap. I do like chess.com because it does give me analysis of my progress. So you see, we start off with the London natural response from Black. I'm continuing to London. Here is where, as you can see here, it's my opponent is getting ready to bring out his bishops. Nothing's in threat. I continue my London development. He brings out his knight. I bring out my knight. Um, I did purchase Gotham Chesley, and I've been slowly going through his London course. And the reason for this move, as explained to by Gotham Chess, is essentially you want to make sure there is no blockage between the rook and then the queen. Here is where my opponent made his first mistake. I had the opportunity to, I was dealt with the opportunity to either take or leave it. I figured a one for one exchange would be fine. Now I move up my knight. I don't know why I moved it that way. Oh yeah, because typically in another system you would want to move it into the f3, knight to f3. Um, I probably should have kicked out that pawn and continued the move, but I didn't. Here is where I make one mistake. At this point I figured I'd try to go for like a stone wall defense in terms of my paw structures. Um, to be frank, I don't even really know how to capitalize on that pawn structure yet, but I figured that, and it also allows my white squared bishop access. As we move, we boom. He checks early, and something that I've recently learned is that when you're applying pressure and trying to check your king, you shouldn't do a check when you could easily get defended and scared away with pawns, and that's what I quickly do. We're just gonna go back. He moves his bishop, which is fine. This is where I don't know why I did that. I see now I should have moved my queen to b3 because then it would allow more development and I have complete control in the center. Right there, I decided to check. He could have moved it if I just wanted to apply some pressure because I also noticed that my black square bishop was about to get eaten. Another tactic I recently learned is that whenever you lose a bishop, you want to set up a pyramid defense with your pawns based on the color. So I knew, hey, I'm losing my bishop. My mindset at the time was I needed to create a pawn structure on all the black squares. Here, this was really dumb of me. You're going to see why I kind of get trapped. So as we're moving forward, I take. Reason why I took that, open F file, excuse me. The king's right there, right in the open. I should have, yeah, castling probably would have been better, which is fine. Here, I decide to move my queen out there. I'm trying to eye the e4 pawn. It's just hanging and also provide a check. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. I also, if I would have moved my bishop out the way, it would have not been hanging. So as we move forward here, I offer a queen exchange. And at least, I feel at this position, I'm probably losing. I'm definitely losing. So at this point, I kind of get nervous. However, you know, being such low elo is always good just to continue playing the game because you never know what might happen. So here, I he decides to take my bishop, which is whatever, which leaves his knight hanging. That's easy knight. He also doesn't take my rook, so then I'm able to take his queen as well. So I move forward, 2 moves. Now I'm eyeing it. So here's where my weakness stands. I could easily check him in the next move. I don't see that. You're gonna see right here. So in this next move, if I were to move my queen to the h9, h8 position, it would have been a checkmate. I don't do that. I see a free rook. You know, best one would have been checkmate. Luckily, shortly after, um, he, you know, I take it. What would have been best? Yeah, moves his queen out. So I decided the only best move is to move the queen. It defends my rook and it prevents my queen, the enemy queen, from advancing. And then here, checkmate. All right, that's kind of how day 2 went. I ended up with an elo of, before I end off the video, current elo 332.